Good evening, children. Let us see the mechanism of respiration. Cellular respiration. I have already told you the process of oxidation of food materials at each and every cell is called cellular respiration. So, the mechanism of respiration, that means respiration includes two steps. We have already seen in photosynthesis, the mechanism of photosynthesis includes two steps, light reaction and dark reaction. In the same way, respiration also mainly includes glycolysis and Krebs cycle. What is glycolysis? So glycolysis it can be explained as glyco means glucose, lysis means breakdown. So glucose is the simplest form of carbohydrate. So glucose is the simplest form of carbohydrate. So one glucose molecule which contains 6 carbon atoms, which takes place in the cytoplasm of the cell, will break down into 2 molecules of pyruvate or pyruvic acid. Each contains 3 carbon atoms. That means glyco means glucose, lysis means breakdown. One glucose molecule is breaking down into 2 pyruvic acid molecules, which takes place in the cytoplasm of the cell. So it is common for both aerobic and anaerobic respirations because it is taking place in the cytoplasm of the cell. And in case of aerobic respiration, in aerobic respiration, what happens? Glycolysis is followed by Krebs cycle. So why it is called Krebs cycle? So it is called Krebs cycle because the sequence of reactions, the cyclic reactions were discovered by Sir Hans Krebs. That is why the cycle is named after his name as a Krebs cycle, and it is also called as a citric acid cycle because citric acid is an intermediate substance that is formed in the Krebs cycle. So then, it takes place in the mitochondria of the cell, and then electron transporter, that means complete oxidation of food material will take place, resulting in the formation of 38 ATP molecules. Each ATP molecule, again ATP molecules are called energy currency of the cell. That means they store a lot of energy. How much? Each ATP molecule contains 30.5 kilojoules or 7,200 calories of energy. So by the end of Krebs cycle, 38 ATP molecules are produced, and these ATP molecules they release a lot of energy, and this energy is utilized by the organisms for their growth, development, for regular activities, running, going in search of food, going in search of shelter. For all these things, the energy is utilized. That is very important. So this aerobic respiration will take place in mitochondria of the cells. Mitochondria are present in eukaryotic cells. They are not present in prokaryotic cells. Okay, so that is why in higher organisms, in mitochondria are very minute in their structure. They can be seen only with electron microscope, not with a common microscope. So mitochondria generates a lot of energy, so they are called powerhouses of the cell. And you can see where the rate of respiration is more number of mitochondria are present and more number of cristae are present. That means they are ready to oxidize more amount of food material. So that is the thing. And anaerobic respiration takes place in lower organisms. That is, for the process after glycolysis, fermentation will take place, and ethyl alcohol or ethanol and carbon dioxide and energy is produced. So little, that means comparatively small amount of energy is produced. Whereas in the case of aerobic respiration, large amount of ATP molecules are produced. So, and that means when the ATP breaks down into ADP and inorganic phosphate, here 3 phosphate molecules are present. So one phosphate molecule gets separated, and the chemical bond is broken and energy is released. So each ATP molecule, when it gets converted into, breaks down into ADP and inorganic phosphate, So 7,200 calories or 3.5 kilojoules of energy is produced. So that is how you can say respiration releases lot of energy. This energy is very very important for the organisms for their survival. Okay, and in the next class we shall see different respiratory organs in different